cold to concentrate.
So much blood.
This entire place is splattered in blood.
Someone must really dislike imps.
So much blood lost, squandered. Why? Another human here to end me? Away with you! Away with you, damned Reaper! Take your scythe to grain, not my soul! The bane of all life-loving souls, maniacs and their gods. The humans, they wanted Lord Boreas's great starstone, so they fashioned him a staff, the elemental staff. It makes him king, for it dethroned his brothers. So glad was he with power, yet another bane, that we were given to the humans and their knives. Stone of stars, stone of blood, accursed be. In his castle, in the dungeon, the fortress we built him, all he longs for is eternal winter, a season of pain and imprisonment everlasting. Fear not like I must. Away, damned Reaper, away!
Soon enough, my Magnus, your conduit will raise you to divine heights. This bloodstone has an ingress between fates, our link to the next stage of being. Never mind the last of them. The stone will suffice. I believe we've done it. Yes, its power is incomparable. As to the Frost King, I suppose we can't be surprised, can we? Madness befits the field-minded. Now his purpose is nearly served. May he... Ah, Source Hunter. I had so hoped to avoid meeting you here. But perhaps we were bound to face one another. Your kind have long interfered with mine, after all. You must think me quite the villain, mustn't you? The things you've seen. Without the proper context, I can imagine it's all quite shocking. Horrific, even. And I suppose you must have pictured me, some bloodthirsty madwoman, intent on what, I wonder? Power? Gold? Chaos for its own wild sake? The truth is rather less simple than the imagination would conceive. Surely, the sight of a bit of blood doesn't turn your stomach, Source Hunter. No, I imagine you've become more than accustomed to such things. If only my dear Immaculates took the same approach to our great work. But it seems all too often that only the most vicious of them rise up to the required tasks. All the same, these deaths were necessary. Soon enough, the pain they suffered, and pain you have suffered, Source Hunter, will be washed away, cleansed. This is my promise to all of Rivellon. Death. I've nearly forgotten the meaning of the word, what it means to most. But I am no monster, Source Hunter. Like you, I have seen the living snatched so senselessly from this world, and I have mourned. But I have also discovered that weeping was senseless. Like infants, we squall, clinging to a day that is not ours to keep. Now that I know the truth, I am free. What you see as slaughter is in fact a dispassionate process. I take no more pleasure in this so-called destruction than a wave takes in the flood. What I do must be. I wish you could understand. You know as well as I the enlightening capacity of these stones, Source Hunter. I've heard tell that you've been zapping the life from precious star stones, and that you are bolstered by the power within them. Your experiences are unique in all of Rivellon's history, but you are hardly the only player in this story. As Starstone enlightens you, its child, Bloodstone, enlightens something of my own creation. Barbarism. Quite a chauvinistic term to apply to something one hardly comprehends, isn't it? But I will concede, the power I intend to bring to bear upon Rivellon is no more divine than your boot. We are free agents, Source Hunter, all of us, and we owe no higher power our blood or our flesh. I have posed as a priest in service of a truth greater than any goddess could hope to be. So you have seen it? Yes, it's as I thought. You and I have more in common than you think. You know as well as I that the void is coming. In fact, if I'm very precise, it's already here. But you needn't be afraid. The void is ourselves. We are destined to rejoin it. Tut-tut, Source Hunter. You and I both know I could hardly trust you with such information. Though if you continue stomping around in my wake, you're sure to understand soon enough. And here I believed I was starting to reach you. My foolish optimism bears yet another disappointment. But I do believe we agree on one particular point, Source Hunter. This does indeed end now.
Enlightened ones, your conduit calls. Ultimate purpose. Heed the void's call. Offer your souls to the demons that beckon you. Charming of Astarte to send her scouts upon you. But
Even a little help!
Bloodstone is mine, and the witch cannot be saved.
without aid, I will expire soon.
May I be praised, the Lion of Summer.
Seven, call me home.
My heart beats too slowly to sustain me.
Plummeting fist! Back on my feet again. Bless the seven I have restored.
Your grave opens to welcome you.
Into the fray once more.
Treasure!
Immaculates are nothing more than vile servants of demons. They must perish to a man. We must show no mercy. Be they any exponent of human nature, man or woman, fair or foul, sweet or savage, they must all be put to the sword without exception. Blood begets blood. Demons beget death. It displeases me greatly that you do not seem to steer the same course. A course plotted in blood that cleaves through a scarlet sea. Mercy misguides at least one of you hunters. For what happens to the clement predator? It starves. No, better to steer my straightforward course. The course of the sword aimed at the heart of all that is demon-aligned.
Into the fray once more.
I'd trade my gauntlets for a hot drink.
I see a trap nearby.
My kingdom for a dry shirt.
My kingdom for a dry shirt! Hold! Our enemies have laid a trap.
Stand the heat. It never rains, but it pours, hey?
I cannot endure this fiery agony!
Back on my feet again. Ah!
Hold! Our enemies have laid a trap.
Flames deep! A stitch in time, eh, my friends?
Careful! I've spotted a trap.
I feel better already.
sodden all the way to my boot soles.
Looks like we've found the prison, all right.
What's this?
A white witch must
I found
be around
something.
here somewhere.
If she hasn't been tortured to death in this hellhole.
All right, mate? Yeah? I'm Tyler, mate. What's your name, Sunshine? Ain't Rat Killer, is he?
grace your contours. How lush your bearing and your beauty. Come to me, enter me slowly. Don't say that wretched word. A maiden I am, and a maiden I must remain. How terribly am I cursed, cursed to crave the fires of desire, but forever unable to feel the lick of its flames, the thrust of its blaze. How many times have red-blooded men been invited to penetrate me, dragged into my embrace, kicking and screaming? But it is not I who is ecstatically pierced. It is them. I do not draw from them that which is meant to give life, no, their life's blood instead. I am the thousand-robed celibate, the virgin of steel chastised with chastity everlasting. I do not know. The first time a helpless victim was forced into my many-thorned frame, and he wet me utterly with his blood, I suddenly sprung to life. Boreas says it is because of this stone my head is carved from, a stone from the stars. Its sanguine tastes animate my spirit and my lust.
I pity her, this Iron Maiden. Or rather, the girl's spirit trapped within. Her predicament is clearly demon-made. Nothing else could delight so much in the kindling of desires again and again, only to withhold them each time anew. If there is any way we can put her out of her misery, we should. For it is better to die than be enthralled by demon curses. You have an astute mind, Hunter. One that meanders through the marshlands of mundane morality with refreshing abandon. Many hold life to be a sacred thing, or worse, a god's gift over which only those self-same gods may preside. But life is neither God's given nor sacred. And when it is dragged into the dust by demons, our duty is to end it without a moment's pause. Do not forget.
Fortune! Lucky find!
There must be a way out of here. There must be a way home. Maybe I am going nuts. I have no idea what's going on. One minute I'm out on a jog with my dog Rocky, and the next I'm headfirst in the snow with snowmen all around me, and they're talking and poking me and demanding to know which Source Lord I serve, and I'm just a normal guy. I'm not crazy, am I? Hell if I know. All I did was ask for a phone, and these monsters threw me in this dungeon. They asked so many questions, but I had no idea what any of it meant. And this place, it isn't normal. The snow talks. There are magic wands, and little red people, and talking animals, and no toilets. It's full of dead bodies and vermin, and the snow people seem to be in charge. God, what I wouldn't give for a drink. Well, it'd be pretty fantastic if I knew what the hell were happening. Where I am, what I'm doing here. I've got a life, you know. A house, a car, friends, and a family waiting for me. Isn't there a single phone in this damn place? I'd settle for a telegraph at this rate. No, I'm not crazy. Please, you must believe me. I don't belong here. You hear me? I don't belong here.
ventilation. Not even a crack. Source Hunter, you have found us. Here she is at last. Ikara. Oh, but look at her. She has been encased in ice so unyielding that none of my spells melt even a fraction of its surface. You find me at a loss. I admit it. For I've no idea what sorcery, or dare I say it, sorcery, will set her free. Like I said, so far my attempts at rescuing her have been about as effective as trapping a robin's shadow. No. I believe that if we want to free Ikara, we'll have to find the one who imprisoned her in the first place. This frost-touched magic isn't Leandra's doing. It has Boreas written all over it. The Winter King did this to her. So the Winter King's the key. The Winter King has woven ice too rare and powerful for mere fire. I don't know how long she'll last within that ice.
Spine. Intruder spine. Intruder spine.
dignified shame!
I'm freezing here!
Into the fray once more. Sweet relief!
too cold to concentrate. Not this time!
Flash fire!
I trade my gauntlets for a hot drink. A stitch in time, eh, my friends? That force field looks impassable.
Nothing stops us, Horse Hunter. We'll find a way yet.
The force field brims with 1,000 distant voices. They seem to be expecting some kind of incantation. The voices sound pleased, then grow distant and evanesce.
There thou art! The upstart that seeketh to upset the harmony of Heimerheim! Why hast thou ventured here, Avatar of Man? Why dost thou seek the downfall of Lord May, King Boreas, Sovereign of Winter? So thou seeketh but another human, a worm of no import. But though thou tramplest through my realm and besiegest my fortress, thou shalt not have her! Fairy, I have marcheth to the gallows. Heiberheim drawn forth from freeze and frost. How they mock at me, my brother seasons! Thou art the ugliest quarter, they saith to my frozen face. Thou art the blemish of the year, fool that thou art, my brothers! Winter is the jewel of the seasons, and now it is the ruler of time and Heim! Heiberheim! 'Tis easy when thou hast but to wish upon a well, and the generous pit delivereth unto thee the power of chaos. It doth whisper, the demon straight into my wintry wit, and a woman he sendeth forth into the fields of faerie. The stone of stars, no more doth she ask of me. The stone and blood of imps. In return she giveth unto me this staff, my siblings enslaved within. Strong are they, these immaculates, stronger than thee. For thy wield the powers of darkest demons. And stronger than thee I am too. The lord of all the seasons, the ruler of all the elements, the one king of eternal winter! I, Avatar, I! Thou hast traveled far and delveth deep into the heart of winter, but here thou shalt find thine end. Ice preserveth life and death, and in between the two, thou shalt spend the ages in frost encased! upon the torrents of stars, I call to burn thy body!
Touch will root you to the earth. Fading fast.
If you can't stand the heat, stave of combat!
Why are you all moving so fast?
Our life is ebbing away.
Time of your death is at hand!
Pummel into the earth. I feel better already.
No glory in this death.
Eternal silence awaits you.
A stitch in time, eh, my friends?
I needed that. I needed that.
Ho, hero. 'Tis I, the Summer King. Wholly do I... Hey, quit shoving. Knock it off, will you? I'm trying to... Excuse me. Out of the way! It's Lurian's turn! Well, I thought the day would never come! Thanks for giving old Carrot Face the Great Melt. We and the Earth Kingdom owe you a tremendous... what? Well, you'll have to wait your turn. Oh, for the love of all that's igneous, go ahead then, if it'll stop your owling. I'll answer that. We are the sovereigns of the seasons, kind hero. And we thank you for saving us from our rather deranged brother, the one-time King of Winter. I am Sua of the Summer Kingdom. These are my siblings, Semista of Spring and Larian of Autumn. We overheard a crafty little imp named Gigix tell Boreas that the staff can only be destroyed where it was created, the Elemental Forge. He seemed to imply that the forge was somewhere in Iverheim itself, but I know not its exact location. Better the crackle of embers than this idiotic... Oh! Cover your ears, hero! Nothing whips up a flame like a wild wind! The Elemental Forge, hero. It's the only way.
Dense and devil sprats, comrade. A talking staff. Burn it before its sauce tendrils start leaching your eye jelly.
Yes, yes. Please smash that evil piece of craftsmanship before I end up pregnant with source homunculi.
free! And who is this? Can it be that a frail mortal human faced and bested our own scheming Boreas? Ah, but this is no mortal, I see. Strange you'd take the guise of a source hunter. But I shall of course honor your chosen form. Indeed, I suppose I should have expected that one of your kind would snare our brother sooner or later. Boreas always did dance uncomfortably close to the dark arts. But I suppose the others of we elemental monarchs thought it better not to interfere in the affairs of his realm. No, like fools, we waited for his pride, his hunger for more and ever more power, to pull us from our own seats of safety and into his sordid storm. We, and with us all the subjects of the realm of Fairy, do owe you our lives, Source Hunter. If, no, not if, but when, we might be of assistance to you in this dimension, you must call upon me personally. Source Hunter, it would be my sincerest honor. Take this rune and use it to summon me when you're near the witch once more. If she can be extracted from Boreas ice, I'll find a way to make it so. I am King Sewer of the Summit Kingdom of Calvia, brother, alongside the other elemental monarchs, to the unfortunate and insane Boreas. In earlier days, we ruled the four realms of Fairy in relative peace, each of us the master of our own kingdom. But something changed in Boreas. He grew darker somehow, more than was typical of his usual melancholy. We worried, yes, but chose not to intervene. Boreas was the Lord of Hyperheim, and it was his right to rule it as he pleased. When our brother called the elemental seats to convene in Hyperheim, we were ecstatic. Boreas seemed again interested in the joint rule of Fairy, and upholding the long-established diplomacy of our lands. When we arrived, however, it was not Boreas who greeted us, but a dark figure. A woman with a stare like blackest fire. In her staff she held a demonic power, the likes of which I've never felt. And as we were sucked into its depths, we thought we'd never see the light of Fairy again. I listened closely when I could to Boreas' doings. From what I could tell, it seems this woman had little contact with our deranged brother after the initial exchange of the staff. From what I could tell, the arrangement was thus. She gave him us, contained, and in return he gave her access to his great star stone, and scores of imps he'd invited to Hyperheim. After that, the two parted, and I heard little more of the woman. In his fits of madness, Boreas would sometimes bellow abuse about the demon woman. I can only assume he meant the same who trapped us. is sentiment in it. We best be on our way then. The spring and autumn kingdoms won't rule themselves, you know. May our paths cross soon, sauce hunter.